Hello and good evening, everyone. As promised, I am on. Don't know how for long, excuse me, how long I will be on, but I am on. And actually don't have my phone connected to the tripod, so I'm just holding it as I'm watching a little bit of TV and took care of some much needed emails that I need to send off. Might wondering, might be wondering what I'm drinking. Drinking in, excuse me, Arizona green tea. In actuality, these are a lot healthier than what some people may think. No total fat, zero sodium, carbs is not that much. Excuse me, 23 grams. 23 total carbs, 23. Total sugar is 23. Not that bad, but not all that great, but not that bad. I mean, nothing beats water, but it's Arizona green tea. But anyway, excuse me, hope all is well with everybody on the channel. Like I said, it's been a very, very busy week, uh, very busy couple of months with everything going on as far as the campaign level. And I've been going to a lot of funerals, I've seen a lot of people pass away. To those families, not going to just put everybody's business out here, but to those families, and even I've had a death in my family as well, but to all the other families and funerals and wakes that I've been to, again, my condolences to you guys. But one of the things I wanted to talk about as we're coming up, and I don't mean any disrespect to anybody, but as an African American male, black man, period, when it comes down to voting, I take that very seriously. Because, I mean, excuse me, our ancestors fought very hard for us to have that right to vote. And there's nothing that we should be taking for granted. So, one of my good friends and his wife came up with this, and it's the official 2024 Black Voters Guide. Now, don't know if you can see it. And I believe he is on Instagram at My Black Job is to Vote. So I would definitely say look into that. Outside of that, I would definitely say vote, period. And you can go to register or check your registration. You can go to www.ny.gov. All right. So this election cycle, this election coming up, it is very, very imperative that we all go out and vote. Every last single one of us. And I'll tell you this, I'm not voting for the other guy. Now, I have myself two daughters, two granddaughters, two grandsons. I'm very concerned for them all. I thought that in these everything that I'm seeing in these days and times, as far as right now, I thought I would never ever see in my lifetime the things that are going on in this world currently right now. And As an elected official myself, it's disturbing. As a parent, it's disturbing. As a human being, it's very disturbing to see what's going on a national stage, on a local stage, on a federal stage, stateside, and everything else. It's just crazy on all levels. And putting the right people, putting the right people in office is imperative. Whether it be on a local level, a county level, a state level, on any level. Excuse me. Just don't put people in elected office just because you like them, just because it's your friend. What is it that these people are going to do for you to make some change, to better your life, to better your family's life? What is it that they're going to do that's really going to make, what could I say? What is it that they're going to do? Yeah, that's going to make a change for the better. In your local market, in your town, your county, your state. What is it that they're going to do to better or improve the lives of others? So that it's an equal playing field for everybody, not a certain demographic or anything else, or not I would say again, not a certain demographic, but for everybody. And I know that most people probably won't even get a lot of likes for what I'm saying here, because a lot of people, don't want to either talk about it or, I would say for myself, I'm 55. Now, as a kid growing up, I paid attention to, yes, some things here and there. But as you get older, you tend to pay attention a whole lot more. And, it's imperative, especially that our young people really, really, really get involved and really follow what's going on. Because, like I said, if you don't, and again, any young person that may be watching this or replaying this or looking at this later, as a young person, you should want to get involved. As a young person, you should want your voice to be heard. Don't think there aren't elected officials out here that are listening to you. There's a lot of us elected officials that are out here listening to you guys. So again, excuse me, again, don't think that we're not listening. Don't think that's politics, or excuse me, elected officials aren't paying attention. And a lot of us hear you. A lot of us will listen. I'm one of those elected officials that I will sit down and have a conversation with anybody, young, old, whomever, hear them out, and listen, because even me, you never know what that person, your constituent, may say to you, or excuse me, that may give you an idea that may help you to help them or somebody else for that matter. So when it comes down to this, especially being an elected official, excuse me, don't know what's going on. With me being the elected official that I am, I sit down and I have sat down and talked to and listened to many of people. Now, have I always agreed with everything they said? No, but I still sat down and gave them benefit of the doubt. I have come to learn that you have to be all more open-minded and not be so quick to judge. You have to, how can I say? You have to listen to not just reply, but to listen. Because you, like I said, there may be something that you may truly get out of the conversation that you didn't get out of the conversation, or that if you were to keep butting in a but this and but, you just have to listen. Um, Pretty much, yeah, you just have to listen. And then listening to your constituents, and again, sometimes it's not for you to not for you to just make a quick comeback of an answer just because of what they said. Sometimes you may have to say, listen, I heard what you said. Let me give this some thought. I'll take some things into consideration, and I'll get back to you. And sometimes, I would say a good most of the time, people will respect that more, and have more so a high respect for you, because you took the time to actually sit there and listen without just coming forward with a rebuttal to everything that they said. And I've come to learn that, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I used to listen just to make the comebacks. Just to be honest, I was one of those elected officials in the beginning that was just listening, or listening to, or would talk to people, but I would be also listening to say, okay, well, that's not true, and this come back and be able to rattle back or come back with something. Just because honestly, around the beginning, I could say it took me some time to listen, to learn that I had to learn to listen, not just to respond, but to listen. And sometimes it's not, the thing is not to give a quick response right then and there. You may want to think about it, even write some things down and say, listen, let me get back to you, before you just sit there and give a response based on what you heard. Because again, whether you liked it or not, sometimes it's just better to let it, give it some time to, as they say, marinate, and then come back with an answer. I don't know who's looking at me or watching, and they keep coming in and out. But again, you might think this is a little bit boring. I get it. A lot of people are not into politics. I get that. And as I've been going out campaigning and knocking door to door, I've learned that, I've come across a lot of people that, didn't want to hear anything about local politics, because of, they've been burnt so many times. Nobody really ever heard them out or sat down and talked to them, or would hear them out. And now it gets to the point where, when somebody like myself comes across and knocks on the door, and introduces myself, and I'm sincere and humble with my approach, that they don't want to even hear me. So, and that's just being 100% honest. So, let me see who's going to jump on and join me, if anybody, this evening. Maybe, maybe not. But again, we only have a few days left, people. And when it comes to, again, when it comes down to this voting for our next president, it is imperative that we all get out here and vote. Very imperative. And I've been watching the news a lot, and there's a lot of people, especially young people, on the fence about who they're going to vote for, and or why, or if they're going to vote at all. Which is crazy, because, like I said, our ancestors went through a lot for us to have the right to vote. Literally, when we say blood, sweat, and tears, that's basically what it was with them. And we owe it to them. We owe it to the people before us to go out here and vote. Enough of sitting on the sidelines and watching the parade go by, so to speak. We really need to get out here and let our voices be heard. And if you're not going to be a part of the solution, then you're part of the problem. You can't sit there and say that or complain about everything. This isn't right. That isn't right. This over here is horrible. That over there is horrible. What is it that you're doing? What is it that you're doing to actually be that one to go out there and step out on faith and make a difference? You know, you can't sit back and, like I said, complain about what isn't right if you yourself aren't going to look to make a difference. If you're not going to look to be that one that's going to go out there and say, you know what, I'm gonna step out here and I'm gonna make this happen. Be that one. Be that one. And you never know who else is going to come behind you and join you and say, you know what, I'm with him or I'm with her. And then you have two. Then you may have somebody else that says, you know what, I want to be a part of this movement. Now you have three. And it just goes on and on and on. It's like that little uh, snowball that kept rolling down the hill. And as it kept going down the hill, it just got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And you can do the same thing. Only takes one, that one person that builds up that steam and that momentum to go out here and truly make a difference, whether it's in I'll say in your community, hands down. Only takes one to stand out and be that voice, because I guarantee you there is somebody else thinking the same thing that you're thinking, but just scared to step out on faith to go out there and make it happen. And that's the truth. You know, everybody is not going to want to be with you in the beginning. You may have a lot of people say, yeah, man, I'm not supporting that. Been there, done that, heard that too. But again, if you're not going to look to be a part of the solution, then stop complaining. If you're not going to be a part of the solution, like I said, stop complaining and ask yourself, what is it that I'm doing? Or what is it that I can do to make things better? Whether it be start with you, work on improving you, your situation, day in, day in and day out. And don't think that it can't happen. It can't happen because you keep telling yourself it can't happen. It can't happen or it won't happen. If that's what you keep on believing, that's what you're going to manifest. But you can turn that around. You control what comes out of your mouth and your thoughts. And those two are two of the biggest things when it comes down to anything. It's a biblically saying that the power of life and death lies in the tongue, but it also lies within your thoughts and what comes out of your mouth. And if you believe that you will never, then you never will. But if you go out here and you keep telling yourself, I can do this, I will do this will happen. Speak it like it already happened. Believe that and act like it already happened. Celebrate like it already happened. And just keep on believing, keep speaking in the how could I say it? Keep speaking in the sense that there is nothing that's going to stop you from achieving your goals. And that should be the truth. Nothing should stop you from achieving your goals. Not one thing. And I have, even in my bedroom, I have I have on, what you call them, sticky pads, where I have my little sayings written down all over the place. And hold on, let me see. Since you guys may or may not believe me, and you say, "Oh no, Kevin is full of it. He really don't have this stuff on his bedroom wall." I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna turn the camera around so you can see. So you can see. Let's see here. All right. Just so you can see. Now, I put these, and I look at them, and I read 'em like, "I am a money magnet. I attract top real estate producers into my real estate profit sharing downline. Things through Christ who strengthens me." So, again, do I have these on my wall? Yes, I do. Um, I'll even take you one step better. Hold on here. I found these, don't pay attention to the pictures, but I found these money magnets. And I look at them as I go up here and get something out the refrigerator. You got to vision what you want. Like I said, I'm number one dad, number one son, number one brother. That all means a lot to me. In the sense that I just keep telling myself every day that I am working to be a better me, a better person. Even as far as me being Masonic, it's just me um, working on myself on a daily basis to become a better man, a better father, better person every day. And again, with taking back with what you saw, I let you see in my room, when it comes down to what I say and the put on the sticky pads and I read back to myself my affirmations, which I have on my wall, as you saw, that I repeat to myself as I read. Um, and again, not trying to be preachy. I've been praying. I try not to miss a night. Try not to miss a night. But I work on praying every night, and I always thank God for what He has done for me, for waking me up, for giving me life, and waking me up, allowing me to do the things I do on a daily basis. Pray for my parents, my brothers, my sisters, my children, my grandchildren. I pray for the people in this apartment building, those around me. Every night before I go to bed, I pray. Now there are some nights that I'm not gonna say that I could say that a lot of nights that I should have done it, that I may have fallen asleep and I didn't do it. But I work on again trying not to, and giving God thanks, and thanking Him for everything that He's done for me this day, and everything He will do for me tomorrow that I don't even know about. and just remaining humble and thankful to Him for what He has allowed to be done in my life, because I can speak from a lot of things and I'm not going to go into it, but I could speak to from a lot of things that I've had happen to me recently, where I've been praying about how things are going to happen or with me to a degree, and keeping my faith and my belief in God first. Listen, I'm human. I'm not without flaws. I'm not perfect. So again, just speaking for myself, working on better, being a better me, but also giving thanks to Him all the time, because without Him, I don't know what I would do. I just keep my faith in, more so in God, more than I have ever had before in my life. And very thankful, very thankful for everything that the Lord has done for me and about to do for me. But again, not trying to come on here and talk about church, or, you know, praying is not your thing. Maybe it should be your thing. But again, do yourself a favor and check out what I have just put on here. All right. The official 2024 Black Voters Guide. Definitely check that out. All right. Not a lot of people like probably saying that, what I'm talking on here is forgetting about other people. And trust me, I'm not. Please don't get offended by what I'm talking about on the channel now with Real Life of Kev Boom. Please don't get offended, because I'm talking to my African American brothers and sisters, my peoples here. All right. We need to get off our behinds, go out here, and on November 5th, go out and vote like we was voting when Obama ran. All right. It is imperative. Vice President Harris and Walsh needs us to go out here and vote. It is imperative that we go out here and vote. It's imperative that we go out here and let our voices be heard. I don't believe that Trump is the right person for us, or the right person to be representing us as a president of the United States. And again, that's just my opinion. You may not agree with it, and you don't have to, and that's fine. But I believe that Vice President Harris and Walsh to do a better job, and lead us down the lead us take us in the direction that we need to go as a nation. And that's just what I believe. And hopefully one day I will get to meet, I will say, President Harris as the mayor of the Incorporated Village of Hempstead, because that election is coming up in 2025. I'm going to speak it into existence that I will win that election. I have won that election, and excuse me, along with my Deputy Mayor Clona Griffith, and Trustee Kevin Ramirez. We will be doing a lot of good things, a lot of much needed things in the Incorporated Village of Hempstead. So I will speak that into existence. I will be the next mayor in 2025 of the Incorporated Village of Hempstead. I will have won with a sole number, higher numbers, the most, I would say that as far as votes of any other election that has of its time. I'm not trying to sound like, but I'm saying that my team is going to pull a lot of votes and we're going to win this. we're gonna the numbers are gonna be so crazy that it's gonna be like numbers that they probably never ever seen before for this election. And again, there's a lot of things that I'm speaking about that I would like that I'm going to do different, bringing this community together as a whole, and where that everybody has a fair say at the table, and enough of getting the crumbs underneath the table, and letting things go status quo, and not really making a difference. Because if I didn't think I could make a difference as your mayor in 2025 of March, then I wouldn't run. There's a lot of things here that I think, like I said, should be done differently, and we're gonna work on that, bringing the community and the government together, truly bringing the community and government together, and within doing that, making this the model of which everybody else is going to be looking to follow when it comes down to municipalities. I promise you that, because it's going to be said that I don't believe that the government and community are working in tandem and everything. Not going to say that everything is going to be perfect, but we can agree to disagree. But we will also be working together for the benefit of our community to let people know that they have a voice. I'm gonna be that mayor that definitely can be spoken to. That mayor that the door is always going to be open if I'm not in the meeting, to sit down and listen to or talk to my constituents. And if I have to go to them instead of them coming to me, we can do that too. So again, I am not going to be, nor or will I ever be, that elected official that thinks that I sit so high on the throne that I'm out of reach for my with the constituents. It'll never be that. I'll be right there in the trenches with you, working with you to make a better incorporated village of Hempstead. I promise you, along with my team, which will be the deputy mayor, Clarona Griffith, and trustee Kevin Ramirez. And I'm speaking it to existence 2025. We are going to win this. Election is already done. All right. So, again, let's get back to November 5th. It is very imperative that we vote. Like I said, this right here, you see the card, my black job is to vote. Yes. And as an African American male, it is imperative that all my brothers, all my African American sisters, we get out here and we pull some numbers like this is President Obama running in 2025. Excuse me, 2025. Yeah, like it was like he was like say he was running all over again. We need to pull them numbers. Excuse me, it's for 2024. We need to pull those numbers. Speaking for myself, we need to pull those numbers like Obama is running this November, November 5th, 2024. We have to come out and vote. Love the screen team. So on another note, let me know where you guys are watching me from. Let me see who is watching. Come on, don't be shy. I know there's one person watching. Let me know where you're watching from. Better yet, have your friends come on and join us in this conversation. We're talking about voting here. Let me know what you're going to be doing November 5th. Let me know why it's important to you to go out here and vote. And my thing also was this: young people, hear me and understand. There are elected officials like myself that will listen to you and that will hear you out, and even put you on committees and or boards to assist in like I said, with myself, being an elected official, I would love to put some people on some boards and some committees to sit back, and we could not sit back, but we'll just come together to find out or connect on a common level on ways that we can help come together and move this village forward. So, so again, I don't believe anybody wants to talk. Do not know why. I see I have one person watching, but you don't want to say anything, but that's cool. Um, Again, it has been a pleasure, like always, to come on here and connect with whoever's watching. But again, we all have a job to do. November the 5th, 2024, is to go out here and vote. I know most polls open at 6 o'clock in the morning, and they do so that those that are getting ready to go to work or before they head out to work can go and vote and then go to work. So again, do yourself a favor. When you do go out to vote, instead of going by yourself, find out who else needs a ride. And if you can fit 5 people in your car, if you can fit 3 people in your car, uh, whomever you can fit in your car, on the back of a motorcycle, help get somebody else to the polls and see to it that we come out in numbers to vote. It is super, super imperative. We cannot let Trump get another term. Can't happen. Can't happen. Again, I have myself 2 daughters, 2 grandchildren, 2 granddaughters, um, 2 grandsons, and I'm just as scared for my grandsons as I am for my granddaughters, because what happens now will definitely affect them later on in life. And I'll say this for the most part: I don't believe that government should be telling any female what it is that she can do and can't do with her own body. I think that right there is something that we really need to butt out of. Stay out of the stay out of the out of the as I say, stay out of their bedroom, stay out of their doctor's appointments, and let them decide for themselves what they want to do for themselves. It is not a government's business. It is not yeah, it's not government's business. It's not. And as an elected official that has daughters, and telling you that's how I feel, I know there are other people that feel the same way that I do. It is not government's business to butt in at the doctor's office when it comes down to what this female is going to do with her body. It's her body. It does not belong to the government. It is her body, and that's how I feel. You know, coming from an elected official that again that yes has 2 daughters, 2 granddaughters, and it is nobody's business. It's not government's business what it is they choose to do or how they choose to do it when it comes down to their bodies themselves. Just not government's business. So I'll say that, and it is 12:21 in the a.m. on a Tuesday, and I'm still on this live. But I'm about to end it. Talked about a couple of different things on here. And again, it is imperative that we all get out here and vote. My African American brothers and sisters, it is imperative that we get out here and vote. Like I said, if you can bring or fit 3 people or 4 people in your car, however many people you can afford to fit in your vehicle, take them, your neighbors. If your neighbor needs a ride, whomever, take the people in your neighborhood, take them to the polls with you, let them vote. If you can also be a hand and supply a ride to some people that may be needing a ride to the poll. If they give you some gas money, whatever, then do that. Help assist and get some people to the polls. If you know some seniors in your area, help them out by giving them a ride to the polls. All right. And we need as many numbers as possible to put Vice President Kamala Harris back in the White House as our president. All right. So, with that being said, I'm about to call it a night. I have some things that I have to do in the morning, as usual. When it comes down to my campaigning, I'm campaigning for Mayor and Incorporated Village of Hempstead, excuse me, and also handling my real estate business with my clients. And again, yes, I do real estate, whether it's residential, commercial, condo, co-op, waterfront properties, and not just Nassau County, Suffolk County, Queens, Brooklyn. I will go to Manhattan and I will go to some areas in the Bronx. And I also have assist many of people with relocating as well. All right. So, and that doesn't matter where you are in the United States. I have a vast network of other realtors that I'm connected with that assist me in that arena as well. And also with assisting with helping people. Let's say if you live in Virginia and you want to move to New York, you need somebody to sell your house in VA. I can assist with that through my network of real estate agents that I have that will work with me to help me to sell your house in VA and then help you to relocate it back to Long Island or New York or Queens or wherever it is that you may be looking to go. Again, with that being said, I'm gonna end this live. We'll probably chop it up again another day. I know I talked about a lot of different things on here. Really no direction with this channel, this live at all today. I will be doing some lives, some other things that are targeted to specific things that I will be discussing when it comes down to health, your physical health, your mental health, your financial health. Three things that if one is how you could say lacking, it affects the other two. There's no way around it. And there's a lot of things that I look to do or talk about with all three, and I have industry professionals that I know, and I will be doing some podcasts as well from my office or from another location that's allowing me to use their podcast room where I'll be talking with them or either doing a one-on-one. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be very informative. We're going to be taking questions right there on the spot as well on these podcasts. So stay tuned. Wait for those. I got a lot of other things coming up. But again, give me some time because, excuse me, like I said, I'm also running for mayor in 2025. So with that being said, just give me some time working on a few things. I'm gonna be doing a lot of other things before that election comes up. But like I said, just give me some time, and then you'll be seeing all of that come to fruition very, very soon. Again, with that being said, it's been a pleasure. I appreciate the one person that's been on here listening to me, and even though you didn't let me know who you were. So with that being said, you all have a good night, and I will chat with you later. Until then.